afternoon, everybody. Welcome to season 2026 here at the Den, the home ground of the Lions. The Coolman Rovers have made the scenic trip through Brushwood today to swell the crowd here today at the Den. And the immediate job here is we're going to have a minute's silence now in memory of Ian Logan, who passed away at the end of the football season last year, and also tragically Morgan Cumming lost his life just after Christmas there in a farming accident. So we're going to the players, officials, and you can see there on your screen President Ben Cruikshank has got the whole cohort of the club and the Coolman Rovers lined up, and we're going to cross down to the boundary. Kathy Sasse will be broadcasting down there.
Welcome everyone. Today we pause to honour two men who are woven into the history of our football club. Ian Logan dedicated himself to our club for 7 decades. His football journey began in 1956 and he was a member of the 1957 Premiership team. Grit and passion defined Ian's character. A serious knee injury cut short his playing days in his early 20s, but it did not diminish his devotion to the club. In the early 1960s, he took up duties at the gate, a position he would hold with pride for the next 60 years, alongside his great mates and fellow gatekeepers, Bruce Kedler, Les Wall, and Rod Walsh. For this unparalleled service, he was awarded life membership in 1978. We extend our deepest condolences to Jan. We extend our deepest condolences to Jan and his family. We thank them for sharing him with us for all these years. Morgan Cumming passed away tragically in December 2025 at just 28 years of age. He was a proud product of the Lions, playing his junior football with the club and representing the seniors in 42 games. Morgan always had time for others. He made people feel welcome and valued. He embodied what local football is all about: community, mateship and selflessness. His impact on this club and the people in it will not be forgotten. We extend our deepest condolences to Lisa, Will, Will and all of Morgan's family and friends. We also remember Neil Haddy, a former Grog Madon player, and as we warmly welcome our reunion teams here today, we fondly recall all those players from those particular teams who have sadly passed, along with other past players, family members and supporters in our wider community who have died recently. Could you please be upstanding and join us in a minute of silence?
That's a very fitting tribute to those two fellas that have passed away since the last football season. Now, without any further ado, welcome back to Baz Leffler. Baz is in charge of all this gear that we're able to bring you everything here today. Baz is ably assisted by Tammy Charles. So Tammy was down behind the camera to bring you those images of that line up across the centre. Great shot, Tammy. That's a great tribute for those guys, as I said, with those family members present. And last but not least, we have our commentator, Andrew Corbett, back with us to call the action today. And another significant thing here for the Lions, as you know, Andrew's son Riley is back from West Adelaide. He's taking on the role here at the Lions. Fantastic day for the Corbett family. Andrew, you and Leanne should be very proud. Riley, captain coach, and Jed lining up too. Good afternoon, Andrew.
Thanks very much, Guy. It's great to be back for season 26 once again here at the Gambone Sports Ground. And yes, Riley's returned after 4 years at West Adelaide to take the reins at the Gambone Grong Manong Lions. And Jed is also in the side today. The first time these two players have played together. And also we have the four Hamlin boys, Scott and Kylie Hamlin, Jesse Lander, Colby, Seb and Nate lining up together. And also we have two Foleys, Dan and Joe. So big game today against Coolum, the near neighbours. They had a good victory against Wagga Tigers last week up in Coolum in hot conditions. So that may benefit them today with having a run. Gambone's had a few departures from last year's grand final side. There's 6 missing from that game, as well as another 3 that are still at the club but not playing today. So there's been a big turnover. We've got 4 young fellas in the side under 18, and with 2 new recruits along with Riley Corbett in Dan Madden and Jack Reynolds, and also an inclusion today of Stevie Motlot, son of Eddie Motlot, that played in the 1976 grand final. Victory for Gambone against Narrandera is lining up for the Lions. Will be much anticipation to see how Stevie goes today. Coolum have retained most of their list. They've picked up a big name recruit in Hayden Sloyf, all the way from West Australia, a Sandoval medal winner and 4 or 5 times best and fairest at South Fremantle. So we'll be looking to see how he goes today. And also Nick Dale's come into their side from the AFL Sydney, a tall centre-half forward who's got a big prodigious kick on him. So that's one player that the Lions will be looking to hold under wraps. We've got a strong breeze blowing across the ground today, and going to make kicking for goal a little bit difficult on occasion. So well, I haven't seen the toss of the coin yet, Guy, to see.
No, the captains haven't come together as yet. But Andrew, a big week for around the club. We started the week with that on Monday, Easter Monday. Lenny Brill, legend at Gambone, 99 years of age. Lenny was presented with life membership, but just seemed to be overlooked over the years. But Lenny was very gracious with that presentation on Monday, and surrounded by family and club supporters. Lenny was very proud to accept that medal. Now Lenny was a member of the 1956 Premiership, of which there are 2 other people here today, Tom Carroll and his brother Mick Carroll. Now Len's brother Alan couldn't make it today, so there's 2 sets of brothers still with us on the earth that played in that 56 Premiership. And Andrew, the 76 Maroons Premiership side, they're here today. Those that are able to have travelled here for a reunion also, that's right?
That's correct, Guy, yeah. Eddie Motlop and Joey Davey, along with Greg Perris's son Bradley, have travelled down from Darwin to be here this weekend, which is great to see them once again. And there's quite a few members from that year here. Frank Gumpleton is also here as well. Rossi Ryer, shout out to him. He's ill in hospital at the moment, but some of the boys travelled down to Leeton yesterday to visit Rossi, so that was a great tribute to him. And also then we have the 96 side, so Scott Lawton's made the trip down from the Gold Coast. And then we have the 2006 side, coached by Christian McCree. They're also here along with B-grade netball in that 2006, I think it was. Also, a couple of representatives from that side. So the game's about ready to start. Gambone will be kicking to right of screen to the road end, Coolman to the dam end. There's 5 new debutants for the Lions. Billy Burns, Dan Madden, Jack Reynolds, Colby Hamlin and Stevie Motlop.
Good luck with the call, Andrew.
Umpires holding the ball aloft to start proceedings here at the Gambone Sports Ground. Ball's thrown up, Dan Foley in the ruck. High is young pumper for Coolman. The ball's on the ground there. Players diving in on it, gathered by Luke Redfern. He spins out of the pack, kicks this forward on his left, looking for Nick Dale. He tries to take a juggling mark, can't hold it. Ball spills out. First to it is Jack Susse, and the ball is kept in by Coolman there, gathered by Glide. Hand passes forward. It's tapped over the line by Dan Foley, and the umpire will be a throw-in. We've got those new rules this year between the arcs. Players, the last one to kick it out, it's a free kick to the opposition. Umpires throws it in there. Dan Foley taps it down. It's a free kick to Foley for a hold.
I think that rule's working pretty well in the AFL. No reason why it won't work well here, Andrew. Keep the game moving.
They've had it going for a couple of years in the Sandful. So Dan Foley chips one short to Zach Burhop. He chips another one short, and the ball is spoiled there by Sloyf. And coming through is Burhop. Tackle on Sloyf there by Lander. Macaulay's running around the boundary line, takes one bounce, 2 bounces, kicks around the corner, but he's kicked across the face of goal and it's out on the full.
I think the wind carried it. He probably could have slowed a little bit and had a little bit more of a purposeful shot. Never mind, it's gone across the face of goal. Lions will kick in on the defensive pocket, eastern side.
Tom Quinn to bring the ball back in. Missed that grand final last year, and he looks for Madden out wide. Goes through the hands of Coonan. Ball's on the ground. It's wrapped up there, and it'll be a ball up in front of the scoreboard.
You can see in the shot there that those flags up either side of the scoreboard, they're fluttering fairly well. That gives you the indication of the breeze.
Foley with front position. Ball on the ground there. Coming through is Butterfield. Redfern tries to get a hand pass away, and he's been caught high, and he gets a free kick on that far wing. Looks to come inboard. Kicks long, looking for Dale. The ball's on the ground there, gathered by Seb Hamlin. Tapped down by Josh Walsh, and the play is wrapped up there on that half forward flank for Coolman.
So we're 2.5 minutes in with neither side scored.
Dale taking the ruck there, gathered by Dan Foley, kicks this forward, goes through the hands of Jake Underwood. A little bit of nervousness there, that's tackled, and the umpire's going to call for a ball up. As I said, 4 young fellas there under 18 in the Lions side. Big occasion from today to line up, reunion weekend. Dan Foley in front, grabs it out of the ruck with that superior experience. This ball goes high, coming through is Jed Corbett, couldn't take the mark. Gathered by Coolman there, the ball spills free, and the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Pumper, back to Sloyf, comes back to the centre of the ground, goes direct, kicks long. Burhop has the back position, the ball comes to ground, gathered by Dale, goes to chip short and finds Allen. He's been called to play on, he has a quick snap at goal, and it's through from behind, the first score of the game. To Ryan Allen. Also got his brother Josh Allen out there playing. Have Joe Redfern and Luke Redfern for Coolman as well, 2 brothers. As Burhop brings this back in. Ball's kicked high to the wing. Under it is Dan Madden. Picked up by Dan Foley. He's tackled, and the umpire will call for a ball up.
Bit like that Dire Straits album, Baz. Brothers in Arms, they're everywhere.
Lions haven't been able to get into their 50 yet. Tapped down by Foley. Coming through is Nate Hamlin. Swung around a tackle there is Braith Gain. Ball comes out to Redfern. Gets one out to Lees. On to Nick Fleming. Sends one in on his left foot. Sitting under it is Josh Walsh. Gathered by Nick Buchanan, but he's missed to the left, and it's another behind for the Rovers. Zach Burhup to bring it in.
The ball did another one of those Shane Warne leg breaks through the behinds. Let off for the Lions.
Kicked in. Finds Aaron Proctor at half back. He's going to go wide to the wing. Kicks high, looking for Dan Foley. The wing grabs hold of it. And he's found, I think it's Colby Hamlin. No, Stevie Motlop, sorry. He gets the ball back, sends this in long and low, looking for Riley Corbett. He taps it down. Coming through is Dan Madden. He can't pick it up. And he's deemed to be dropping the ball, so free kick to Tim Conan there. Sends this long and low. Coming through is Colby Hamlin. He tries to pick it up. Lays a tackle on Ryan Allen, and the umpire calls for a ball up on the wing.
Yes, he's deemed it was held to him.
Madden front position, tapped down to Colby Hamlin, and kicks this high. Sitting under it is Riley Corbett. Coming through is Coonan. He takes the mark, front position. Kicks wide. Coming through is Seb Hamlin. A little bit of funnels from the Lions there at the moment as Lucas Hadding goes high. Back to Jack Reynolds with his first touch. Out to Zach Burhop. Kicks one around the corner. It's high. Sitting under this is Jed Corbett. Tries to take the chest mark. Spoiled. Lays a good strong tackle on Mitchell, and the umpire calls for a ball up.
Strong tackle from Jed Corbett, but really no prior opportunity there for the Rovers player. Good decision, umpire.
Madden and Pumper in the ruck. Pumper wins the tap. Down to Sloyf. He's grabbed by the arm, and that's over the sideline.
So the ball in right below the box here, and that the sponsor for the box area of the ground is Woods Shearing, Jake Woods. Good bloke too, Jake.
Very good team, the Woodses. As the ball's thrown in, goes over the top of the pack. Gabriel Coley Hamlin on to Billy Burns. His first touch to Shannon Butterfield. He kicks long, looking for Riley Corbett. But deemed to be held to his opponent there. Joe Redfern had the front position. He takes the kick, goes wide. It's a race for the ball here from Lees and Leary, but Jed Corbett misses it. Gathered by Lees. He looks to come in board. He's got Ryan Allen, quick hands there on to Leary. He kicks this in, looking for Josh Allen, and he takes the mark. It was kicked to his advantage. Quick movement there by the Rovers, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal.
Andrew, the Lions have been troubled by those players that have, no surprising, those same surnames that have troubled the Lions over the years.
Yes, for many years. The Allens and Flemings have been dominant through the ages.
We've got a good view. Baz is right behind this shot from goal. He's kicking inside the 50. The line's a little bit faint there, but I reckon he'd be kicking from 40 to 45. Didn't come off the boot how he'd like it, through for one behind. Another let off there for the Lions.
Coolaman's third behind for the quarter.
Coolaman's 3 straight behinds, 8 minutes gone. Lions yet to score. We spoke about Len Brill. At harvest time, Lenny jumped on the header, sat beside me. He reckoned the greatest player in his time at Coolaman was Kevin Fleming, Andrew. So that'd be grandfather of Nick, wouldn't it, I believe?
That's right, Guy, yep.
So no stranger, that Fleming name.
Burhop kicks this long and wide, and it's marked by Jake Underwood there. Quick movement here by the Lions, and it's gathered by Braith Gain. Swings around on his right, sends this long and high, looking for Riley Corbett. He takes the chest mark, and he's about 40 metres out on a slide angle.
Bread and butter for Riley, this one. Yes, Andrew called it. He's 40 metres out. The breeze is coming across his right, but Riley's experienced enough. He'll allow for that. He's gone back to give himself plenty of room in the run-up as he comes in. Skips in on the right foot. Oh, the players like it early. That's a good indication. They ran to Riley. Good welcome back for Riley to get a major on the score, Andrew, and his first kick for the game, I think.
Yeah, very good result. Umpire didn't move, so first goal to the Lions. He's got a bit of blood, so he's going to have to come off with the blood rule from that contest.
Right, well, we get that. You need to get that attended to quickly, which the trainers will.
So Lucas Hattie to replace him. He can run straight on.
They'll patch Riley up, get him back out there. Need the big man with the big foot, need him on the ground.
Tap back in the ruck, gathered by Redfern, and Billy Burns is wrapped up in a tackle, and the umpire will throw it up. A little bit of niggle there, a little bit of push and shove, what you expect in a local derby. Madden's shoved under the ball, but he regathers, gets a grubbing kick forward into the path of Mitchell. On to Perrott, he gets his quick kick away through the hands of Burhoff. Little bit of nervous there from players. He tries to get his pick it up, but he's caught there. Good tackle by Glide, and he'll get the free kick. He quickly plays on. Coolman very keen to play on quickly. Sends this in looking for Buchanan. Ball spoiled, and Hayden Sloyf gets his first goal. He's in a good position there as the ball hit the ground.
The reply came quickly from the Hoppers. The Lions now 1 goal, 6 points. The Rovers 1-3-9. We're at the 11-minute mark of the first quarter. You'd have to say the breeze is favouring the north end of the ground, the railway end. But Andrew called it there. The Hoppers are very keen to move the ball quickly. That could be ominous there for the Lions, Andrew. They're going to have to man up and look up and keep alive, keep an eye on their men.
So back to the centre of the ground.
Just a little bit of niggle in the centre.
So Madden in the ruck. Wins the ruck against Jack Robertson. Just couldn't gather the ball there. Jack Reynolds dies on the ball. It's another ball up. Lions have got to be cleaner. Robertson with front position, gathered by Macaulay, kicks his high under. This is Jack Sussay. Tries to take a juggling mark, gathered by Josh Allen and swings around on his right. And it's through from behind.
Another behind at the northern end of the ground for the Hoppers.
Zach Burhoff to bring it in. Going to go wide to the schoolboy side, long and low, and finds Seb Hamlin. He swings around on his trusty left, goes wide to Joe Foley. He marks on the wing. He swings around on his right, kicks this long and high, looking for Dan Foley. Good work by Redfern. Rafe Gaines disposed of the ball. The ball's on the ground there. Mitchell gathers, and he's tackled. The umpire ball it up at half forward for the Lions.
It's right on the arc of the 50, southern end of the ground. Ball up.
Madden in the ruck. Robertson for Coolman. Almost gathered by Butterfield. And it's another ball up there. Cooper McKelvey's wrapped up in a tackle.
Lions have got to trap it in now, Andrew, in this play.
Tap forward by Madden. Free kick there to McKelvey. Coolman in front in the free kick count so far as Macaulay sends this in long and deep. Gathered by Buchanan. He can't hold the ball. And he's just caught Seb Hamlin high there. Free kick. He goes wide. Looking for Burhoff. Ball's on the ground. He gathers. He's going to have to go short to Sussay or comes back inside looking for Tom Quinn. Can't find him. Turn over there. Gathered by Redfern on to Fleming. He goes back inside, but it's a mark to Josh Walsh at half back. Hand pass to Motlop. He's gone into defence now. He's on a half back. Kicks wide, looking for Madden. Race for the ball from Redfern. Shepherd by Seb Hamlin. Looking for Dan Foley at centre forward. He slips over and the umpire will throw this one back in.
We'll get a throw in out there. We got sponsorship from Cobra Apparel. He does all that promotional gear. Great work, Jacob.
Mad taps down into the path of Nate Hamlin, I think it is, and he's just caught one high. He plays on quickly. Sends this long and low, looking for Riley Corbett. Coming under is Redford, gathered by Braith Gain. He has a shot at goal. It's a post.
Oh, the opportunist was just a little bit unlucky on that occasion.
Would have been a handy goal for the Lions.
It would have been a really good one with a little bit of breeze against them, Andrew. Really, I think the breeze is favouring the north end a little bit.
As Campbell Matley brings this one back in. And it's on the ground there on that half-back flank. Ball comes out the back to Ganmain. Ball's kicked in and it's marked by Braith Gain. He's going to have a shot.
How often do you see that? Just when you muff one, you get a chance to. Well, you can't say redeem yourself. That shot was a running shot. This is a set shot, so he'll have to unload from 43, 44 metres. Same thing as that shot from Riley before. The winds are coming across his body from the right. He's got to allow for that. He's experienced enough goal kicker to know that. Doesn't quite make the distance. The ball hits the deck in the goal square and then cleared by Kuhlman with a long left footer.
Coonan sends that into the centre of the ground. The ball's on the ground there, tapped down by Dale, grabbed by Macaulay. He swats it forward, gathered by Burhop. He's caught high and the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
A bit unlucky not to get the kick in that occasion, Andrew, I thought.
Yep, it was definitely over the shoulder. Umpire Mavrudis throws this one up. Dan Foley thumps this forward, but he's pulled out something here. Free kick for holding to Nate Hamlin. Kuhlman very prepared to put a bit of work into Ganmain's young players at the moment as he goes wide looking for Jack Sussay. He marks on that far wing, chips one on shore looking for Dan Foley. Handballs over the top to Tom Quinn, sends this one into centre forward. Jed Corbett can't take the mark, the ball's on the ground there. Redfern tries to bust through, he's caught, and it's a good tackle.
Oh,
it's on.
A little bit of niggle here, but
it's on. Braith Gain, terrific tackle on Joe Redfern.
He didn't appreciate the tackle, but he took on the player in that, and he's been penalised for that. He made the decision to take on the tackler. He did have time to get rid of the ball. You could see his intent. He thought he'd break the little fella open, but he couldn't.
Braith Gain, great grandson of Johnny Q, Kuhlman champion. Going to go back and have another shot at goal.
So you'll unload from 40, I reckon, Andrew. Dead in front. Very composed, right foot. No, he sprayed it out on the full to the right.
Got a little bit close to the man on the mark.
Yes. And I called it there a while ago. Notice how Riley went way back and was very deliberate about his run-up. Young fella might want to think about that next time.
Joe Redfern to bring this in. Looks for glide in the centre of the ground, but he juggles the mark there, can't hold it. Kernan charges through, he's over the ball. Gathered by Leary, he goes wide and finds Perrott on the far side.
Lions have got to be on their mettle here.
Lees it is, he kicks long, looking for Dale. Ball goes over his head and he tries to gather it in, but he's wrapped up in a tackle by Josh Walsh. It's on Kuhlman's half-forward line.
Boundary throw in. We got Nutrien out there, good sponsors of the Lions. They're getting plenty of commission with those lambs that are being sold, Andrew.
Yes, it's been a big season in the lamb market this year. We've got 2 lambs up for auction tonight at the Sports Club. So Glide gathers that, he's tackled. He's caught the ball, play on, says the umpire, and the ball rolls out towards the wing. Running through is Billy Burns. He can't gather it in. Gathered by Madden, and the ball's going to be taken over the sidelines there on the far wing.
Over there we've got Jason Lindsell Electrical. Great tradies in the community, and Brill Ag, Rowan Brill out there on the Dulla Road.
Dan Foley taps it back to Aaron Proctor, kicks his forward. The ball's on the ground there, coming through is Madden. He can't pick it up. Parrott's wrapped him in a tackle, and it's going to be a ball up.
It's pretty willing, Andrew. There's a bit of niggle. Not surprising. Mostly is between the Lions and the Rovers.
You can see there's a few words being said out there between players. This one goes high. Sitting under is Jack Reynolds. Takes a courageous mark.
Never took his eyes off the ball.
Josh Allen just cleaned him up, but he held on to it. Gets one back to Motlock. He's going to touches the ground and sends this one long and high. Under it is Riley Corbett and Pumper. He, spoiled by Corbett, gathered by Jake Underwood. And the Lions hold it up there inside their 50.
They'll be desperate to trap it in again. 20 minutes gone in the quarter. The Lions 1-1-7, Rovers 1-4-10.
Madden down to Proctor, gets a kick forward. Parrott in the race for the ball, gathered by Jesse Lander there and tackles his Coolman opponent. It's about 15 metres out on a tight angle. It'll be a ball up.
Another chance for the Lions while it's in the vicinity.
Madden Pumper in the ruck. Madden taps it over his shoulder, but gathered by Sloyd. Kicks this long and wide. Goes through hands there, gathered by Tom Quinn, gets his hand pass away. On to Dan Foley, on to Colby Hamlin. Nate, is it? Sends this one high. And it's marked by Lees. He kicks to go back inside. Motlop spoils Hayden Sloyd, but takes a good strong mark. Coolman looking to come back through that corridor on as many occasions. He kicks one over the top looking for Matley. He can't hold it. Pressure's immense out there as Aaron Proctor comes charging through and takes possession.
Yeah, there's plenty of chatter out there, Andrew.
Foley and Pumper in the ruck. Pumper down to Sloyd, kicks his high, sitting under is Sam Hamlin. He can't take the mark. Gathered by Ryan Allen. He's tackled by Lucas Hattie, and the umpire call for a ball up.
Nearly 22 minutes gone now.
It's been a tight first quarter as Dan Foley punches this forward. Ball's on the ground there, and free kick to Riley Mitchell, held without possession. He takes it in the centre of the ground. Passes a hand pass to Luke Redfern, on to Perrott. Kicks this long and low. Sitting under it is Jack Sussay, and it's a mark over the back by Stevie Motlop. He's tipped one over the top and finds Billy Burns. He come wide, looking for Colby Hamlin. Finds him on the wing. And he finds Jack Sussay right in front of the club rooms. Coolman get numbers back. Kicks this one high, looking for Riley Corbett. Comes through. It's a dangerous spot to be in front of him there today as he comes barging through and cleans up young Pumper. As the siren goes to finish the end of the first quarter.
I was about to say we're going to get a boundary throw in there in front of the Mark Bradley pumping from Coolman. I'll give him a plug anyway. So quarter time here at the Den. The Lions are 1-1-7, the Rovers are 1-4, 1-4-10. So pretty good, pretty tight quarter, Andrew. There's, as you'd expect between these two sides, it's always intense.
Yes, a few nerves, and yeah, the conditions are making it difficult for marking, and as I say, an even first quarter, 10-7. The Lions will be looking to gather a bit of composure there around the contest. It's been pretty even in the centre of the ground. As we take a break.
So the huddles are done. We wait for players to set themselves here for the start of the second quarter at the Den. Andrew mentioned that Baz pricked his ears up when Andrew said they're raffling some lamb tonight at the club, so Baz will be amongst that.
He always wins a meat tray.
He didn't win one Friday night, but he won a meal voucher, so it's good luck to him. He puts his money where his mouth is. About to go in the second quarter.
Dan Madden in the ruck for Lions. Pumper for Coolman. Ball tapped down by Pumper and wrapped up in a tackle there is Butterfield by Fleming. Umpire Luke Olsen will throw this one up. Pumper taps it forward. Gathered by Reynolds. Sends this long and high. Sitting under it is Motlop. Uses his weight and strength well and takes the mark. About 42 metres out on a slight angle.
He positioned himself on the right side for the wind, didn't he, Andrew? He was on the windy, really on the windy side.
That's right, Guy. Yep.
There's all those little tricks that come into play, how you can get the right side of your opponent. Just makes a difference as we watch him come in. He will have to kick from about 48 metres.
Wind grabs hold of it.
Yes, it's favoured the right-hand point. So another behind to the Lions. The Lions 1-2-8, Rovers 1-4-10.
Joe Redfern to bring this back in. He'll go to that scoreboard side, the defensive side. He kicks this long and high, looking for Conan, but it's marked almost by Lucas Hattie. The ball's on the ground there, coming through for the Lions. Just getting to his feet now is Shannon Butterfield. Umpire throws it up. Dan Madden taps it back, gathered by Cooper McKelvey. On to Mitchell, dodges around one. He's tackled, has to be caught.
Penalised this time because he broke one tackle. Plenty of opportunity.
Madden sends this in long and low, but coming across to meet it is Conan. Takes the mark. Conan, takes the mark. He looks to switch across field to Lees. Kicks one forward, cut off by Braithgain. Dodges around Boohegger. Chips back inside. Oh, it's almost a slips catch by Jesse Lander. He can't hold it. Coolman kick it forward. Tackle there by Butterfield. Redfern dodges around 1, 2, 3. Gets his handball away. Dan Foley tries to pick it up. Can't gather. Ball's on the ground there. The umpire call for a ball up.
Braithgain having a handy game up in that forward line, Andrew. Jesse Lander just couldn't hang on. Would have been a terrific mark. Fingertip.
Madden taps that down to Reynolds. He's caught. Madden front position, tries to grab it out of the ruck. Redfern gathers. Gets a quick hand away to Ryan Allen. Kicks his forward. Dale tries to mark. Gathered by Nate Hamlin. Chips one wide to Lucas Hattie. He gets his kick away. Kickley pressure there. Ball comes down. Gathered by Jed Corbett. He can't pick it up. In comes Dan Foley. He tries to... And he's deemed to be caught with the ball. Lions just got the fumbles there so far in this game. They need to be cleaner. Boohegger to take the kick. Comes wide, finds Redfern. Chips another little short one, looking for Fleming. He takes the mark in front of the club rooms.
Yes, you're under immense pressure, Andrew, if you don't handle it cleanly the first instance.
He kicks it long, looking for Coonan, who's pushed down. Takes the mark in front of Jack Sussay. Looks to go long to the hot spot for the Hoppers, but it's spoiled by Seb Hamlin. It's over the sidelines. It'll be a throw-in.
Sponsors in that area also, John Bance and Son, funeral directors from Wagga.
Umpire Brock Harris throws this in. Madden and Dale in the ruck. Tap down to Butterfield. Gathered by Glide. Dale swings around, he's the left, sends this one forward. Under it is Tom Quinn, is through from behind for the Rovers. They're fifth of the game so far. Jack Sussay to bring this one back in. Going to go long and wide to the far side. Sitting under this is Aaron Proctor. He takes a mark uncontested in the centre of the ground. Gets a hand pass to Motlop. He quickly kicks this on, looking for Braith Gain. He takes a mark. He swings around on his right. Has a shot on goal. Over the back is Riley Corbett.
Oh, taken high. Taken high.
And he's got the free kick.
Definite free kick. No worries at all.
Quick movement there from the Lions.
I think Riley might have thought that Braith was going for goal, but he spotted up Riley, Andrew. And it's about all the Coolman opponent could do was act illegally. Just thought he might get away with it. No chance. Riley Corbett goals directly in front from 25 metres out.
And the Lions hit the front.
The Lions 2-2-14. The Rovers 1-5-11. The Rovers have got that bad kicking that the Lions finished the year in the grand final with. Early days yet. Only 6 minutes gone in the second term. Breeze is still up there, favouring that north end a little bit.
Dan Foley and Pumper in the ruck. Dan Foley taps it down to Aaron Proctor. He's tackled. Ball spills free. Comes out the back to Coolman. Braith Gain gathers, and he's wrapped up in a tackle by Luke Redfern.
He's in everything, Braith Gain.
Dan Foley in front. Taps it down. There's a tackle there on Colby Hamlin, and it'll be another ball up. Dan Foley taps down to Aaron Proctor, charging through, swings around. He's got the free kick for a little bit of tap to the head as he ran through. He sends this long and high, sitting under it, Riley Corbett. Coming through is Madden. The ball's on the ground. Coolman gather there through Conan. He goes wide to Redfern. Dodges around one. And he appeals for a high tackle. Gets the free kick. Goes wide. Finds Ryan Allen. Unattended on that far wing. Looks to come back inside. Back to Redfern. He's looking for Lees in the centre of the ground. Spots him up with a perfect kick, but he can't hold the mark. Gathered by Dan Foley. Comes out the back to Proctor. He tries to pick it out. Swings around one. Can't get his kick away. McKelvey's wrapped up in a good tackle by Lucas Hattie, and the umpire, Luke Olsen, will ball it up.
Once again, Aaron Proctor doing that bullocky low-down work.
Dan Foley grabs it out of the ruck, swings around on his right. The ball goes forward, looking for Madden. Taps it over the top, but gathered by Matley. Chips one forward, looking for Glide. He marks at centre half forward. Gets a hand pass off to Luke Redfern. Tries to break around one. He's caught with the ball. Terrific tackle by Nate Hamlin. Play on, says the umpire. Kicks this one long, looking for Jed Corbett. Tries to take a one-hander. Plays on. Ball's coming back in the wind, but it's through from behind.
I'm watching the back play, Andrew. The Rovers don't seem to appreciate being tackled and getting paid, caught with the ball. Definitely there, those decisions.
Yes, a little bit of niggle there. It's coming both ways. If you give it, you've got to expect to take it back. As the ball's kicked in there by Redfern, the ball's on the ground. As Billy Burns tries to pick it up, and the umpire will call the ball up.
Settle down now in the back line.
Jed Corbett taps that one down. On the ground there, coming through is Coolman. Wrapped up in a tackle there is Mitchell, and the umpire will ball it up. Jed Corbett tries to grab it out of the ruck. He can't hold it. Coming through is Perrott. His kick is smothered. The ball's on the ground. Lees tries to charge through, and It's not going anywhere. Another ball up. Pumper and Corbett in the ruck. He taps it down. Charging through is Nate Hamlin. Has a running shot on goal and he kicks it.
Nate said, I'll show you how to do it, fellas. We've had a stalemate there for about 3 or 4 minutes. Nate just kept his eyes on the ball, swooped on it after the ruck contest, took it away, kicked a goal at the northern end of the ground.
And the Lions are up and about. Starting to play with a bit of confidence.
Yeah, they just got to concentrate on that first handle, Andrew. If they can get that first handle when they grab the ball, not fumble, totally different ball game.
Back to the centre of the ground. Madden's been good in the ruck. Madden up against Pumper. Pumper wins that one, down to Perrott. He barges out of the centre, kicks this one long and high. Sitting under it is Dale. He can't take the mark. It's on the ground there. Hayden Sloyce tries to keep it in. It's out over the sidelines. There'll be a throw in, half forward flank for the Rovers.
And we've got Intersales out there. They've come on board this year with the fence sign.
Dale wins the tap. Tap forward by Macaulay. Race for the ball there by Seb Hamlin. He can't gather it. Swooped on by Sloyce. Gets a hand pass on to Josh Allen and it's a reply to the Hoppers. A goal to Josh Allen. Just a mistake there from the Lions.
Yeah, this Hopper side, they'll make you pay for those mistakes. So the Lions now 3-3-21, the Rovers 2-5-17. There's 11 and a half minutes gone in the second term. A little bit of a delay with the ball coming back here because he put every effort he could into roosting that ball through the goals. We'll be right once we get the nets up, Andrew.
Yep, they're on their way.
Just another addition to the facilities here at the Den.
Back to the centre of the ground. Pumper and Madden in the ruck. Pumper taps that down. He's received a free there for chopping against Madden. He'll take the kick. Centre of the ground. Looks to give a hand pass off, but send this long and low. Under it is Seb Hamlin. He can't take the mark. Race for the ball between Buchanan and Quinn. Redford tries to pick it up, tries to keep it in, and it's out over the boundary line. We a throw in.
And there, that area there, we've got a new sponsor. That's Flynn Engineering. They'll design those. They'll design and come and erect those new sheepyards for you. I'm being told that they're the guns at Sheepyard Design.
Ball throw in, Madden front position. He tries to gather it. Gives a tap into the path of Shannon Butterfield, and he's wrapped up in a tackle.
Impressive start here for the Lions with Dan Madden in his first grade game here, Andrew.
And he's just been penalised there for
just
throwing his opponent out of the way.
I just spoke a little bit too soon, as I often do.
And Nick Dale, the lad from Sydney University, will take the free kick. Distance won't be a problem.
No, he's got that breeze coming across the right of his body. He'll have to contend with that. On his right foot, drop punt. Yes, he's allowed for it. Steered it through nicely. So another goal to the Rovers at the southern end of the ground. The Lions 3-3-21, the Rovers 3-5-23 with nearly 14 minutes gone now. So it's a tussle here at the Gammain Sports Ground.
Good pistol. As Motlop, Stevie goes into the centre of the ground.
Might just add a little bit of drive out of the centre, Andrew.
Madden in the ruck, up against Pumper. More experienced midfield here from the Lions now. Pumper gets high, comes into the hands of Madden, but he's tackled. Put on the ground, be a ball up, another bit of push and shove, and umpires award the free kick, or tell them award the free kick to Madden.
Yes, I think I saw a wandering arm while Madden was on the ground.
He's copped one high and he's a little bit unsteady on his feet. He's coming from the ground.
I like Dan Madden's hairdo, Andrew, because I can pick him out.
So just waiting for him to come from the ground.
He might just need a little bit of ice or a bit of wet towel, get him going.
So Motlop to take the kick. Kicks this one long and high. Sitting under it is Riley Corbett. Almost takes the mark. The ball's on the ground there. Parrott gets his hand pass away onto McKelvey. Goes wide, looking for Glide. Kicks this one long, looking for Macaulay. He can't gather it in. Coming through is Mitchell. He's bundled out of the way. Kick forward there by the Hoppers. Gathered by Parrott. Onto Redthorn, back to Plemming. He's tackled. Ball spills free. Sloyf taps it on to Macaulay. Swings around on his left and has a snap at goal, but it's through from behind.
I think he's going to get it again.
Silly free kick there.
Yeah, no, that's not good from the Lions. We know the umpires won't tolerate that player being dealt with after he got rid of the ball. Is that what it was for, Andrew?
I didn't spot it, Guy.
Yeah.
So Macaulay to take the kick. Comes in and he's drifted it to the left.
Let off for the Lions.
As Zach Burhup to bring this back in. Kicks long and wide to the far side. Sitting under it is Jed Corbett. Ball's on the ground there. Gathered by Jake Underwood. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire will call for a ball up. Foley and Pumper in the ruck. Tap back to Sloyf. He can't get his hand pass away. Gathered by Motlop. Chips one over the top and finds Jake Underwood. Two back on Riley Corbett deep, so he has to kick low, looking for Riley Corbett coming, gathered by Billy Burns. Gets his hand pass off to Brave Gain. He can't gather it, and tackle there over the shoulder. Free kick to Mattenley. He can chip wide. Coolerman on the spread here to Boo Hegger. Goes in short. Finds Plemming. Goes back to Conan. Dodges around one. On his left. Chips up high under this Lucas Hattie. Can't take the mark. Coming through his Pumper. Ball's on the ground there and Jake Underwood gathers it. Umpire calls for a ball up. Dan Foley taps it to the side, gathered by Shannon Butterfield, but he's tackled by Hayden Sloyf.
Repeat, ball up on the wing, clubroom side of the ground.
Coolerman with a loose man in defence. Dan Foley tries to grab this out of the ruck. Ball's on the ground there, gets on to Sloyf. He gets his kick forward there, looking for Buchanan on the lead. He can't take the mark. Ball spilt there. Tries to regather, gathered by Glide onto McKelvey. He's wrapped under tackle. He's caught. Good tackle by Joe Foley. Gives it back to Motlop. Looking for an option in the centre of the ground. Finds Billy Burns.
Oh, well spotted.
He can kick long. Looking for Aaron Proctor sitting under this one. He takes a nonchalant mark over the top there.
He was going to mark it the whole time, Andrew. He had the drop on his opponent. Worked his opponent under the ball.
It's a free kick downfield to Billy Burns.
Oh, well, okay.
Late attention when he got rid of the ball, and he'll have a shot on goal. It was a 50-metre.
Well, bad luck, Aaron. You'll have to take the next one. I'm sure he won't mind if the goal goes through. So he's going to kick right on the 50, I think, is it? He's virtually dead in front.
Yeah, about 35, Guy.
A little bit of wind assist it'll be. He's just got to aim it left a bit. Leaves the foot nicely. Doesn't deviate the whole way.
And that's his first goal on debut, Billy Burns.
Hope it's not his last today. The Lions are 4-3-27. The Rovers are 3-7-25. There's 20 and a half minutes gone now. It's a good tussle here at the Den. Both sides giving away free kicks from late attention in the tackles. So that could be costly if they don't rub that out, either of them. Hate to see a game decided like that.
Back to the centre of the ground, Foley and Pumper. Foley pumps that forward, comes out to Joe Foley. He can't gather. Picked up there by Joe on the second attempt. Gives one back to Steve Myler. Takes a bounce. He's running the wrong way. Gets his kick away. Comes into the hands of Coolman there in Robertson. Swinging around is Macaulay into the centre of the ground there, and coming out to meet it is Nick Buchanan. Takes a low diving mark, and he'll have a shot on goal straight in front.
Yeah, Buchanan probably realised that that ball was going to be held up with the wind, so he kept coming on that lead. Not much you can do about that. He'll kick from 40 with that breeze coming across his right. Went reasonably close to the man on the mark, but it's carried the goal. Goal to the Hoppers at the Waterview Street end of the ground.
That puts the Hoppers back in front. So it's been a goal for goal in this second term.
The Lions are 4-3-27. The Hoppers are 4-7-31.
So Robertson in the ruck for the Hoppers, up against Dan Foley. He grabs it out of the ruck. He's tackled. The ball spills free. Coming through is Luke Redfern. Dodges around one. He's wrapped up in a tackle there by Braith Gain. Back to Redfern. Tries to gather. The ball's on the ground there. Picked up by Redfern. Breaks one tackle. Back to Robertson. Back to Perrott. It's quick hands here by the Hoppers. Charging through is Proctor. Gathered by Burhop. And the umpire will call for a ball up. It's not coming out.
They're letting it go rugby union style, Andrew.
There's very quick hands from the Hoppers there around that contest. Ball hits the ground there through the legs of Butterfield, gathered by Perrott. Dodges 1, 2, gets his kick away. Goes forward looking for Plemming. He tries to take the ball, but wrapped up in a tackle by Jack Sasse, and the umpire called for a ball up. Foley and Robertson the ruck, taps it down to Allen. Can't grab it. Kick forward by Macaulay with Dale in front position. He can't hold the mark. Gathered by Motlop. He kicks wide. Chips it over the top looking for Butterfield. Race for the ball there by McKelvey. He keeps it in front. He hand passes back inside to Matley. Can go over the top to Sloyf. He chips one short to Ryan Allen, and he marks on the half forward flank, comes inside looking for Oscar Perrott. He marks, he plays on quickly, swings around his right, but he's caught. Breaks one, breaks two, on to Mitchell. He breaks another one, chips one short looking for Redfern, and he marks inside the 50. Just a couple of missed tackles there from the Lions. They've got to wrap them up.
Yeah, that's costly blue there. He dropped off the tackle, couldn't get hold of him cleanly. Rovers kept pushing wide, hence we'll see them have a shot. 40 metres out, right half forward. Same deal, Breeze over his right shoulder.
Kick looks good, it's
yes.
on its way, it's a goal.
Goal all the way, Andrew. Yeah, costly mistake there for that drop tackle, missed tackle. The Lions are 4-3-27. The Rovers 5-7-37. 10-point lead now.
Hoppers get a little bit of breathing space.
Right on the cusp of half-time.
Lions be looking for a late one.
Yeah, they need to peg one before half-time, if they can.
Umpire Mavridis to throw this one up. Foley in the ruck against Robertson. Dan Foley taps it down, looking for Aaron Proctor. He's gathered, but he's tackled straight away by Redfern. Robertson taps this one over the top through the legs of Fleming, but coming through is Oscar Perrott. He kicks this one long and high, looking for Buchanan. He's spoiled by Quinn there. The ball's on the ground. Back in by Allen, on to Dale. He kicks around the corner. It's a late one to the Hoppers. Nick Dale kicks his second. Not what the Lions wanted, right on the point of half-time.
No, the Rovers are paying no heed that the Breeze is favouring the other end. Not by much, but they poured out of the centre with that one. Lions were under pressure right from the takeaway. Biggest lead of the match now. 4-3-27, 6-7-43. 27 minutes gone. Can't be long now. Ball must have gone a big distance out over the road.
Coming back. It's coming back.
That'll speed things up when we get the nets, Andrew.
Yes, most grounds have got them now.
Yeah, it's pretty mandatory now.
There's funding for it, but as I say, they're on their way.
Dan Madden still on the bench for the Lions.
Yep. Back to the centre. Dan Foley in the ruck against Robin. No clear advantage there by either player. Butterfield hand passes one back to Foley. Comes out the back to Stevie Motlop. He kicks this high, sitting under this Jed Corbett. He can't mark, gathered by Billy Burns. He tries to get his hand pass away. Coming through there is Redfern. He's been very good for the Hoppers, but he's wrapped up in a tackle. Comes on to Jed Corbett. He swings on his right, sends this forward, and he's kicked his first goal in senior football. It's an answer by the Lions.
Well done, Jed. I thought the Lions might be running out of time here before half-time.
Well shepherded through by Riley Corbett.
Yes, his brother will have to pay him due for that one, Andrew. Well, both boys, Andrew, they've been virtually double teamed by the Hoppers, particularly Riley. Hoppers are paying them close attention. So the Lions are 5-3-33. The Rovers are 6-7-43. So it's 10 points to the diff. 29 minutes gone.
Dan Foley grabs out of the ruck. He can't get his hand pass away, and umpire deems to be caught with the ball. McCauley to take the kick. He plays on quickly. No one's marking the mark, but he's kick smothered by Nate Hamlin. He kicks this high, sitting under it is Jed Corbett, and Lees race for the ball to the boundary line. Gathered by Lees, grabs around one. Kicks it inside, looking for McKelvey. Swings around on his trusty left. Goes wide. Sitting under this is Stevie Motlop. It's marked by Dale on that far wing. Kicks it low and short, looking for Fleming, but it's marked by Nate Hamlin across half back. Telling his teammates just to slow it down. He kicks this long and high, looking for Jed Corbett. He sits under this one. Ball goes through his hands, out the back there. Gathered by Coolerman. Comes on to Robertson. Quick hands there on to Lee. Sends this one forward. Looking for Allen, but it's marked there by Joe Foley on half-back for the Lions.
Had a good game in the grand final, Andrew. He's continuing.
Ball spilled three there by Robertson.
There's
the
siren.
siren goes for half-time. It's a 10-point advantage to the Hoppers.
So the Lions 5-3-33. The Rovers 6-7-43. At the half-time break here at the Den. So both sides, just a few little mistakes. Probably had about 3 goals as a result of those tackles, late-ish tackles, I think, Andrew. Might have been 2 against the Lions. So Riley will want them to get that out of their game. So commentators will break here and the cameraman will have a spell. Andrew will be keen to get in the shed and see what Riley's got to say. But it's a pretty good brand of football, Andrew, for the season opener here at the Den. Both sides fairly committed. Little bit of niggle early. That's not surprising. That's mostly the case with between Coolerman and the Rovers. And of course, halftime is going to be dominated by getting the photographs of these reunion players.
Welcome the Coolerman Football Netball Club here today, and thanks. Really appreciate playing on a Saturday and probably bringing your junior arm with you today. We really appreciate it and make the spectacle of what it is today. So thanks very much to Coolerman Football Netball Club. We're here today to celebrate our premiership reunions, and we've got a few to get through and a few photos. So firstly, I'll start with the 1956 players, and they're up the back there. There is 4 still with us, but unfortunately one couldn't make it today. Alan Bill couldn't make it. But today we've got Tommy Carroll, Mick Carroll, and Glenn Brill. They played for the 56 premiership side. And Len Falls he also played in the 1946 premiership side, so we celebrate that as well. But you're doing that one solo, Len. In 1956, they were coached by the legendary Mick Grambo, and they played Area Park Maroon and the grand final, down by 2 goals in 3/4 time, and stormed home in the last quarter. The major goalkeepers are Tom Carroll 3, Dooley Carroll 3, and Mick Grambo kicked 2. Best players, Mick Grambo, Thompson, Dooley Carroll, Bill Carroll, Digger Carroll, and Len. So, and they played against some formidable opponents in Area Park Maroon. And it was mentioned there, they just had best was Quaid brothers and Fleming brothers. So the brothers are on the big clubs are built on. And Kevin went on to be a great player for Coolerman and a champion bloke. So I'd just like everyone to show your recognition to the 1956 players up the back there, and thank you very much. Well, you guys are legends. And anyone, any family or friends or past members would like a photo with those, Jodie will take that there now. We're going to do the 56 photos after. Next up, I'd like to welcome the 1976 team, the last Maroons flag. So Brooks can come out and take a seat here. Out you come.
Come on, boys. Come on.
Out these legends come, and it's today, 50 years ago to today, that they started round one kick pump. So they played the round one on the 11th of April. This team was coached by the late Greg Leach, and they played Narendra in the grand final. They stormed at the front with a big lead. Narendra came back, got within 17 points, but they held on to win 128, 14, 17, 101. Russell Campbell kicked 10 goals in the day and was not rest on ground. It's a contentious issue. Joey Davey kicked 4, Greg Puppy Paris kicked 3. Best players were Paris, Trevor McPherson, Greg Leach, Russell Campbell, Joey Davey, Peter Grady, John McPherson. There's the 1976 Premiership side. Please give them a warm welcome. If any of their partners and friends would like to get a photo, get in with beside them now, that'd be great. Partners and wives, jump in there quick. Get a photo with them, quick.
Come on.
Friends. Anyone? Next up, we have the 1996 Premiership side, coached by Scott Ward. They were tasked with trying to stop Terry Dow's Rocket Tigers side going 4 in a row. Very good weekend. North Melbourne won the Premiership the day before. Whereabouts is Trent? You there, Trudy? Trudy, they want you in the photo, please. There we go, the night. Sorry, the 2016 beat Rocket Tigers 16-12, 108 to 7-9, 50. Jamie. Let's put your hands together for the 1996 Premiership team.
Where'd that come from? That's my the handle's gone. The handle's the top.
Next up, we have 2006 Premiership team. Coach by Coach by Coach by They played Leeton and won 13-23, 101 to 9-8, 6-2. George Bauer kicked 4 goals, Mitchell Steele 2, Kristen Macri 2 and Mark Gifford 2. Lauren Hutchins medal for best on-grounders went to Nathan McPherson. Best players are Matt McPherson, Kristen McPherson, Scott Heeman, Brendan Ryan, Mick Steele and George Carter.
Andy, both knees down for me. Jack, both knees down.
Showing a video at the bottom,
Andy,
mate.
hide your hat.
There you go, put your hands together for the 2006 Premiership team.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome, thank you.
Welcome back to the start of third quarter as the ball's thrown up there. Dan Foley tries to tap it down, but it's grabbed by Coolman there. Kick forward by Perrott. This is high. Sitting under it is Seb Hamlin. The ball's on the ground there. Coming through is Zach Burhop. Gathered by McCauley. He can't pick it up. Diving on it is Hayden Sloyth, and it'll be a ball up. Half forward there for the Coolman Rovers. Dan Foley in the ruck, up against Pumper. Taps this one back into the path of Coolman, gathered quickly by Redfern. Kicks this one high, racing out to it is Nick Buchanan, and it's rolled over the sidelines in that forward pocket for the Rovers. Lions really need to get this first goal of the third term. Good signs there to see Dan Madden back on the ground after that tackle. Ball's thrown in, front position is Dale. He taps it forward, gathered by Josh Walsh. His kick is smothered. Back to Dale, swings around on his left. Sends this one into the hot spot. Coming out to meet is Buchanan. Can't take the mark. The ball's on the ground there. Tried to be kicked forward by McCauley, and he's deemed to be caught the ball. Free kick to Billy Burns. He's going to have to go wide to the scoreboard side. Kicks this one high. Under it is Madden. Gathered by Motlop. Gets a hand pass on to Dan Foley. Kicks this one forward. Under it is Riley Corbett and Redfern. Coming through to meet it is Lees. Gets a hand pass to Matt Leith. Ball goes wide to Leary. Marked by Hayden Sloyf on that far wing. Comes inside to Baden Leary. He marks. Chips another one short to McKelvey. Swings around on that left foot of his. Sends this one high. Sitting under his Buchanan. Good use of the body. And he marks over Tom Quinn. He'll have a shot on goal straight in front. Just made that initial contact as the ball was coming in. Pushed off his opponent and took the mark. Could be the first major of the third term for the Rovers as Buchanan comes in. Kick is a scrubber. It is out on the full. And it'll be a free kick to Zach Burhop in this near side behind post. He likes to chip back across. All yours, Ben.
Off to Jack Sasse. Drives an intercept mark by Hayden Sloy. 45 metres out directly in front. Very gettable goal for him, I'd imagine.
Yes, he swooped on that one. Comes in. Kick is on its way. It's high, it's long, it's direct. And it's a goal. That's his second of the game. And Coolum moved to a 15-point lead.
Rovers 7-7-49 to the Lions 5-3-33. Pretty good advantage at this stage. Coolman seem to have more spread.
Yes, they've controlled the ball well around the contest. They're very quick on the spread. The Lions have got to get an answer here early in this third term. Umpire Luke Olsen to throw this up. Dan Foley up against Pumper. Pumper taps that forward, quickly grabbed by Hayden Sloyf onto Redfern. He sends this high and long, sitting under his Jack Sussay. Punches it clear, coming through his Coolman there. The ball's on the ground there, and wrapped up in a tackle is Jack Sussay. Foley and Dale in the ruck this time. Dale with front position, grabbed by Dan Foley, gets it quickly onto his boot out wide, looking for Brave gain, race for the ball, he gathers, swings around on his left, looking for Reynolds, but it's marked by Perrott. Comes back inside, quick ball to Mitchell. Coolman looking to play on every chance they have, as Mitchell looks to come back into the centre of the ground to Perrott. But it's smothered by Nate Hamlin. It chips one up and it's into the arms of Joe Redfern. He quickly plays on, comes wide looking for Lees. He marks in front of the broadcasting box.
Nick Lees on the half-back flank, looking to take it forward for Coolman. Short pass down the wing. Billy Burns runs underneath it. In comes Dan Foley, tackled by Guide. Really good tackle, and that's holding the ball.
So free kick to Glide in front of the club rooms. Sends this long, sitting under it is Josh Walsh. He spoils. Gathered by Sloyd. Quick hands on to Macaulay. Chips this one up. Coming out to meet is Buchanan. He's judged it better than Tom Quinn and he marks. Worrying signs here for the Lions.
Buchanan be looking to atone for his last shot on goal.
Straight through the middle. Way. It's through. That's the second one to Buchanan.
Let's go, Crocky. Stop ball.
So Motlop comes into the middle of the ground. Dan Foley still in the ruck. Up against Pumper. Lions need to answer. Ball thrown up. Pumper wins the ruck. Sloyf taps it back to Perrott. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Back to Nate Hamlin. Gets a kick forward. Sitting under this is Riley Corbett. He jumps high. He lands awkwardly. And the ball goes wide. Sloyf gathers it in. It's gathered by Seb. Hamlin dodges around one. Kicks his forward. Looking for Jake Underwood. He can't mark. Ball's kicked forward and marked by Macaulay on the wing. He quickly plays on, looking for Dale. He's got space in front. He runs on, sends this long, looking for Plemming. Sitting under it is Buchanan. Spoiled by Sussay, gathered by Plemming. He can't pick it up. Play on, says the umpire, gathered by Perrott. He's got Plemming in the goal square. Buchanan, that is. He can't pick it up. Ball's on the ground. Here he gathers. And he kicks his third.
Kicks his third as Coach Corbett comes to the bench. He jarred his knee in that marking contest. Coolman skipping away with this game.
They've kicked 3, is it, Ben, for the quarter?
Yes.
Back to the centre ground. Madden in the ruck, up against Pumper. Gathered by Perrott. Back to his brother in Oscar. Kicked by Madden forward, high. Sitting under it is Dale, and he almost marks in front of Walsh. Gathered by Jack Sussay. Lions need to respond. He finds Reynolds in front of the Coolman box. Chips one short. Finds Burhop. It's a hand pass to Motlop. He kicks this long and low and finds Proctor.
Proctor, centre wing, ignores the handball lead from Motlop. Finds Joe Foley right in front of the commentary box. Foley looking forward to driving in centre half forward. Finds his brother in Dan and gets ones for his good measure. Dan Foley, 55 metres out from goal. Drives it in, look for back for Joe. Rove by Reynolds. Reynolds centres the ball, looking for Braithgain. Go flies up, ball comes down. Cleared there by Redfern, and that's a ball up.
Ball thrown up. Dan Foley tries to kick it out of the ruck, gathered by Nate Hamlin. He can't get his kick away. It's a scramble for the ball there in the goal score as Redfern Joe clears this long and high. Sitting under it is Colby Hamlin. He almost marks. Gets a hand pass back to Madden, back to Josh Walsh. Kicks high, and it's a mark by Dan Foley. Strong mark in front of Pumper. He'll go back and have a shot.
Be 35 metres out. Slight angle.
Kicks on its way, and it's just drifted and hit the posts, the point post. It's out on the full. Kick in by Conan. Kicks this one high. Under it is Seb Hamlin. It goes through his hands. Out the back is Ryan Allen. He can't gather. Gathered by McCauley. He races away. Kicks this one high, sitting under it is Buchanan, spoiled by Quinn on to Glide. He swings around on his right, sends this one long to the goal square, and it's a goal to Glide. Quick movement by the Hoppers.
Coolman move ahead, 10-7, 67 to 5-3, 33. Could be a match-winning lead.
Need a response from the Lions leaders. Well, this could get ugly. Madden in the ruck, up against Pumper. Ball's thrown up. Pumper gets the knee up. Comes to Redfern. Clearance here by the Hoppers. Marked by Motlop at half back for the Lions. He goes wide. Finds Billy Burns. Chips one inside. Finds Braithgain. Sitting under this is Joe Foley. He jumps high. Takes a good mark.
Real good mark. Joe Foley be 25 metres out, slight angle. Hasn't played much forward in recent times.
Kicks on its way, and it's through for a goal for Joe Foley. Much needed goal for the Lions.
What's going on here?
Don't know what's happened here. It's a free kick to Braith Gain against Luke Redfern by the looks of it.
So was that goal counted?
Good question, Ben. You'd imagine it would be. Could be the second shot on goal, would it?
I think so. Just need. So Braith Gain's about 35 metres out, directly in front.
Kick is on its way and it's
Straight
straight
to the
through.
middle. I'm just unsure whether the first one was counted.
Yeah. That's two quick goals to the Lions.
Just when the game seemed to be slipping past them, they've bred a bit of life back into it. 22 points. Breeze seems to be going straight across the ground now.
Back to the centre of the ground. Madden and Pumper in the ruck. Pumper high, coming through his proctor. He can't gather. Madden's copped one high. He's free kick in the centre of the ground. Looks to send this forward for the Lions. Coming out to meet it is Joe Foley. He leaps high over the back. Dan Foley gathers. Gets one inside to Jed Corbett. He swings around at his right. Can't get a good kick away, can he?
Straight.
It's dribbled through. That's 3 in a row for the Lions. It looked like it was going to stick in the grass, but it kept rolling and went through.
Very clever kick. This game's not over yet.
Lions need to show some fight in front of these reunion teams from yesteryear. And they've just done that in the last 5 minutes to kick 3 quick goals as the ball taps down in front of Coolman there. Coming through is Mitchell. It's out the back to Fleming. He tries to gather. Can't pick it up. He's over the top of the ball. Gets a hand pass way to Pumper. On to Redfern. Sends this one high. Sitting under it is Dale and Walsh.
Oh.
And Dale takes a good strong mark. Met heavily there by his own teammate in Ryan Allen. It's either a cramp, is it, or...
Must be. No, he's right. He'll get up and take the kick. Beautiful shot for goal too.
Yeah, we're right behind this one, Ben.
It's about 45. Walsh is 45 metres out from goal on the mark.
Comes in on his approach. And a kick from 50. Kick is on its way. It's coming back. Not enough. Through for a behind.
"17 points the margin.
Motlop to bring it back in. Going to come to the clubhouse side. He chips one over the top. Finds Jack Sasse onto Burhop. He can take a bounce and a run. Looks to come inside. Pressure here. Reynolds can't take the mark. Redfern gathers it. He's tackled back to Lander. On to Nate Hamlin. Ball's on the ground there. Coming through is McKelvin. He's caught by Butterfield. Umpire will ball it up. Ball thrown up. Dan Foley in ruck. Sloyf with his quick hands out to McKelvey. He's been dangerous around those contests. Sends this high, spoiled by Tom Quinn on Buchanan. Gathered by Sam Lemon, back to Ryan Allen onto Buchanan. Macaulay can run this right in and he kicks one from the pocket. Goal to Coolman.
$19-minute mark of the third quarter.
Yeah, Hayden Sloyf's showing his class bend there around the contest.
Yep.
His quick hands. Come all the way across from WA. They've retrieved the ball from the dam.
A good idea to put some nets up there one day.
Yeah, they're on their way. So can the Lions respond? As Coolman push out to a 22-point lead again.
I don't know what the centre clearances count would be this quarter, but Coolum have dominated clearances.
Yes, it was always going to be a worry for the Lions with the class the Hoppers have got in there. Let's see if they can win this one as Dan Foley's up in the ruck against Pumper. Taps it down to Hayden Sloyf and he's tackled there by Lander. Prepared to wrap that one up. It's thrown up again. Dan Foley grabs out of the ruck. He's tackled. And the umpire call for a ball up. Ball thrown high, tapped down. Kicked out of the air by Dan Foley into the path of Jack Reynolds. He can't pick it up. Race for the ball. Tries to gather it in. Ball spills free. Picked up by Perrott. Gets a hand pass to Mitchell. He's caught. Gets one back to Perrott. And he's wrapped up in a tackle on that half-forward line of the Lions. Can they get a late goal in this quarter?
A few minutes to go, you think.
Dan Foley front position. Pumper taps it over the top. Sloyf has his hands on it. Picked up by Foley. Kicks high under this. Reynolds, he takes the mark. Umpire says play on, not 15, and it'll be a ball up.
I don't know. It was nowhere near 15. I don't think you claim a mark there.
Yeah.
Umpire balls it up. Half forward flank for the Lions. Tapped down by Foley. Picked up by Coolman. Cleared out now by Sloyf. Driving it centre half forward for Coolman. Running onto it is Motlop. He falls over it and he's been legged and gets a kick.
Hand pass this one over the top to Josh Walsh. Doesn't get a good bounce. Gets a hand pass out the back. Back to Jack Sussay. Back to Motlop. Comes inside. Finds Nate Hamlin in the centre of the ground. Looking for a lead. He's got Zach Burhop on that far half forward flank high. Sitting under it, he marks. Chips this one up, looking for Aaron Proctor. Coming through is Dan Madden. He gathers, has a shot on goal. And he's missed to the left. Would have been a good goal for the Lions late in this third term.
Redfern to bring it in from full back. Sucking up the time. Goes to the outer side. Long kick. Foley's under it. So's Pumper. Ball in dispute. Picked up by Sassay. Smothered. Nate Hamlin. Same thing. Out. And there's been tackle without the ball, is it?
Free kick call with the ball.
Is that young Pumper, is it?
Yeah, young Pumper. He's cramping up.
Interesting last quarter. Coolman paid in extreme heat last week. Sleuth out to the wing, looking for glide over his head, and the ball will bounce. Did someone touch that? Yes. The ball will be thrown in. Ball's thrown in. Foley taps it over the back, looking for Lander. Picks it up, puts it on his boot, in front of Madden. Proctor. Madden handballs it inside. Taken by Kuhlman. Coonan plays on now. No, he's going to go back and take the free kick. Too high. Tim Coonan's mark. Game's just slowed down a notch. Coonan, centre half back for Kuhlman. Drives it forward. Out to the outer wing. Good mark by Sleeth. Turns it inside. Finds Ryan Allen. Late was Motlop. Allen on the centre wing. Looking to put Kuhlman into attack. Takes a short option and finds. Back into Sloth. Kicks it over centre half forward. Looking for Buchanan. Up. Ball comes down. In congestion. Redfern clears it away again. Over the top. He's going to be too high. It's going to be a free kick to Kuhlman. To Glide. BJ Glide already on the scoreboard. Late in the third quarter. Kicks it straight through the middle.
A bit of niggle going on. No free kick awarded, so it'll come back to the centre of the ground. This quarter's gone past the 25 minutes. And the Lions get a late one. Foley in the ruck against Robertson for Kuhlman. Ball's thrown up. Foley taps it back to Proctor. Kicks this one forward, looking for Jack Reynolds. He marks on the half-forward flank. Looking for Jed Corbett. Ball's kicked into the pocket, but it's out on the full.
Redfern with the ball in the back pocket.
Kicks this one in. Sit under this Robertson. He can't mark. Gathered by Allen. Tackle on Nate Hamlin. It'll be a ball up. Foley and Robertson in the ruck. Ball's on the ground there. Gathered by Nate Hamlin. Can't get his kick away. Macaulay hand passes out to McKelvey. Kicks his forward. Marked by Seb Hamlin across half back. Hand passes to Motlop. Back inside to Burhop. He can run and play on. Gets it to Jack Sussay. He goes over his head. And tackling is McKelvey. Umpire will call for a ball up. Mistake there for the Lions. Robertson taps it down in the path of Fleming. On to Sloyf. On to Mitchell. He can kick and run inside and finds Buchanan. 30 metres out, straight in front. Easy as you like.
Buchanan. Should be bread and butter for him, but he's tested the goal umpire. Through for a behind.
Kicked a few points last week and he's kicked a few also again today.
$29 points the margin at the 29-minute mark.
Stevie Motlop to bring it in for the Lions. Takes a bounce. Gets it long up the centre of the ground. Sitting under this is Madden. As the siren goes for the end of the third term. Okay, we're back here to start the fourth quarter. Can the Lions respond? In the ruck, Dan Foley and Pumper. Comes down into the path of Nate Hamlin. He gets his kick forward, looking for Maddox. Coming out to meet it is Perrott. He kicks wide, falls into the arms of Glide on that wing. It's a hand pass to McKelvey on his trusty left. Kicks it forward, spoiled by Reynolds there. Coming through is Proctor, gets his kick away. Followed up by Reynolds, does a pirouette and gathers, kicks his forward into the forward line. Sitting under it is
Motlop.
Stevie Motlop takes a good strike, good mark there at half forward.
Win behind him, I think he fancies his chances.
Kicks on its way. Flying high is Lucas Hattie, and he can't take the mark. Perrott to bring this back in for the Rovers. He's going to go wide to that scoreboard side. Kicks it high. Under it is Pumper. He takes the mark. From behind, over Madden. Gets a hand pass away to McKelvey, on to McCauley, dodges around one. Sends this long into the forward line. Sitting under it is Burhop though, and he takes the mark. Comes back inside, finds Reynolds. Line's a little bit stagnant there. He comes inside, finds Jack Sussay. Switch it across to Burhop. Can come to Tom Quinn, who is on his own here on the half-back flank in front of the broadcasting box. He can send this long, looking for Brave Gain. He sits under this one, but it's a good mark to Mitchell. Read the ball better. Goes to come inside, finds McKelvey. He can go wide, looking for Conan. He marks on that far side, can chip one over the stop, looking for Hayden Sloyf on that far half-forward flank. He marks. Chips a little one, looking for Ryan Allen. He marks and chips one over the top, looking for Dale. But it's gone out on the full. It'll be a free kick to the Lions, to be taken by Nate Hamlin.
Nate finds Foley on the other half-back flank. Foley looking for options. Short kick. Finds Josh Walsh. Way out on the other side. Josh Walsh. Stops, starts, changes his mind, switches back to Seb Hamlin. Seb into Tommy Quinn. That's over the mark. Tom Quinn looking for Reynolds. Juggles the ball. Chips it up. Finds Lucas Hattie. Over his head. Into Fleming. Intercepts. Handballs inside to Redfern. Drives it forward for Coolum again, and Glide marks right on the 50. He's telling him to go around, but he's not. Lander punches it forward to Butterfield, onto Sassay, but intercepted by Pumper. Pumper in no hurry. Plenty of players around him telling him what to do. Handball's off to one of them, off to Joe Redfern. Drives it long into the forward line. But Dan Foley's there in defence. Doesn't take the mark. Ball's on the ground. Butterfield's contests, and the umpire says, I'll have it.
Dan Foley in the ruck up against Dale. Deep in the Hoppers forward line. Dale front position, taps it back. Gathered by Butterfield. He's tackled, gets his hand pass away. Coming through as Burhop. Tom Quinn's leg, but the umpire's letting it play on. It's come out the back, gathered by Jack Sassay. Boots this one far and wide, looking for Dan Madden. Ball's gathered by Matley, comes back inside. And
Lees.
finds Lees. He can chip one short to Mitchell. Back to Lees. Dodges round one on to Robertson. And umpires found a free down there for a push. He's going to call it back. Looks like a free kick to Buchanan.
They kicked the goal. I think the umpire hasn't realised.
Yes, allow that to stand. Buchanan coming in, lining up for his fourth. Kicks on its way, but he's missed again.
31-point lead at the 5-minute mark, the last quarter.
Burhop to bring it in. He's going to go up the centre of the ground. It's cut off by Sloyth. He finds Redfern, plays on quickly, sends this in long. It's a mongrel kick, ball bounces, gathered by Allen, Josh, and he's wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire call for a ball up. Gathered by Lucas Hattie, back to Josh Walsh, comes wide, looking for Joe Foley, he marks on that half-back flank. Switches across to Jack Reynolds, he marks in the pocket, can go wide, looking for Burhop. Then on to Seb Hamlin. He can come back inside on his left, he's got to go back to his right though and gives a hand pass to Burhop. Kicks one low, looking for Pumper, goes through his hands, grabbed by Mattenley. Kuhlman cutting off those forward forays by the Lions. Ball's on the ground there, gathered by Mitchell, gets his hand pass away and
too high.
He's been caught high. He goes wide, looking for Macaulay. Chips one up. Looking for Glide, dodges around one, ducks his head, he's tackled, should be caught, it is.
Let's go, Joe. Nice and
It's Nate Hamlin with the ball, switches it into Lucas Hattie. Kicking deep from defence, looking out for Joe Foley. Here comes Jed Corbett. They spoil each other, the Lions players. Handballs forward by Kuhlman, picked up by Billy Burns, and he's tackled into the ground. Umpire says, I'll have it. Madden versus Pumper in the ruck. Sasse has the ball and wrapped up in a tackle.
Madden and Pumper in the ruck. Madden front position, taps it back. And he's been held. Free kick to Madden. Sends this long and high underneath Dan Foley. Spoiled there by Redfern into the path of Reynolds. He gathers. Chip this over the top, looking for Colby Hamlin. He's going to go back and line up for goal.
Nine-minute mark of the last quarter. Colby Hamlin will be at 40 metres out. Kicks from 45. It looks good.
That's his first goal in senior football.
Is there life left in the Lions?
There's still time. They can rally.
9:4:58 to 12:11:83.
Back to the centre of the ground. Madden and Robertson in the ruck for the Hoppers.
Ewer. Free kick off the ball.
Ball goes high. Good mark, Tom Quinn in defence. He plays on quickly. Dodges round one. It's on his left, but it's down the throat of Robertson. For the Hoppers, he can go inside. Spoil there, no. Marked by McKelvey. Quickly plays on, sends this long and low. Looking for Sloyth, but he marks. In front of three defenders.
$30 metres out, directly in front. And he's pushed it to the left.
It's a behind. Burhop to bring this in to the far side. Kicks long and high, sitting under his Dan Foley. Goes through his hands. Race for the ball there by Underwood, but gathered by McKelvey. Looks to come back inside. Back to Robertson. Kicks this one high, sitting under his Burhop. He can't mark. Gathered by Proctor. On to Dan Madden. Chips this one high. Ball's on the ground. Bounces over Redfern's head. Gathered by Motlop. Swings one way, then the next. Swings around on his right. Kicks his forward. Finds Brave Grain at centre forward. He marks. Gives a hand pass on to Motlop. On to Lucas Hattie. Sends this forward. It's marked by Lawson Buhega in the last line of defence. Goes back out wide. Sitting under it is Lucas Hattie. Marked by Cooper McKelvey. Kicks this one forward. Looking for Hayden Sloyf. He marks on that far wing. Can chip one over the top there. Looking for Dale. He comes out to meet it in front of Josh Walsh. Kicks one long and low to Redfern. Numbers here for the Hoppers. He plays on. Sends this in to the goal square. Sitting under this is Perrott. Ball's on the ground there. Gathered by Burhop. Picked up by Perrott. Dodges one way, then the next. On to Plemming. Gets a hand pass to Josh Allen. Back out the back to Leary. And it's marked on, stopped on the last line there by Madden. He sends this back in, but it's going to be marked by Allen. He's telling his teammates to settle down. He's going to have a shot from 50. Comes in on his approach. Kick is on its way. It's high. It's a floater. It's gone through for a goal. Late one of the Hoppers. Takes them out to a 28-point lead, does it, Ben?
Yep.
15 minutes into the last quarter. Can the Lions respond?
$14-minute mark, the last quarter. Madden versus Robinson. Madden knocks it forward to Proctor. Drives it down to centre half forward. Met by Lees. Ball spills out on the half forward flank for the Lions. Gain picks it up to Madden. to Foley. And Foley chips it over the top and is intercepted mark by Robinson. Jake Robinson out to the back pocket and finds McKelvey. McKelvey looks to come inboard, finds Kernan. Tim Kernan kicks it forward, on to Robinson. Plenty of run in the Hoppers' legs now.
Yep, they're prepared to make space and run as he kicks this forward and finds Dale on that far wing. Sends this long and low, but he's kicked it wide and out on the full. Free kick to the Lions. It'll go to Jack Reynolds.
Oh, they want to give it to the other player, I think. No, not behind the mark.
So he comes back to Jack Sussay.
Repeats it. The Lions need to kick some goals, not go backwards that way.
Sussay marks the ball. It's enough back for the Lions. He's going to have to kick long and high, looking for Dan Foley. Sitting under this is Dan Madden, spoiled by Redfern. It's over the back. Brave game with a little deft touch to Jake Underwood, but the ball's kicked long and it's not to the advantage of Stevie Motlop, marked by Campbell Mattenley. He goes wide. And it's marked on that far half-back flank by Dale. He kicks it forward, looking for Redfern. Comes out to meet a little handball over the top to Macaulay. Chips one on, looking for Fleming. He marks in front of Seb Hamlin. It's a handball on to Macaulay. He's grubbing kick forward, grabbed by Josh Allen. Hand passes over the top, gathered by Billy Burns on to Tom Quinn. Gets a hand pass forward to Josh Walsh on to Braithgain. He kicks this one long and high. Sitting under it is Motlop. Out the back is Redfern. He takes the ball. Coming through to meet it is Zach Burhop. He can chip one in short, looking for Motlop. It goes along the ground. Ball's on the ground, spills free there. Gathered by Reynolds. Has a shot on goal and hits the post. Joe Redfern to bring this one back in. Chips this one forward, finds McKelvey. He comes inside, finds Redfern. Comes inside, finds Matley. He can go wide. Numbers here for the Hoppers. 2-on-1, looking for good spoil by Gain on Coonan there. He's wrapped up in a tackle there by Nate Hamlin. Comes on to Riley Mitchell, takes one bounce, sends it in long and low and finds Buchanan on a short lead. And he's going to line up for his fourth goal. Kick is on its way. It's good off the boot. And it's going to go all the way. That's 5 for Nick Buchanan. So we get to the 19-minute mark of this last quarter and it's been all Hoppers.
Finish with plenty of run, the Hoppers.
They lead by 33 points. Ball's thrown up. Dan Foley tries to tap it back. Gapped by Nate Hamlin. He kicks this one high. Sitting under it is Lees. He can't mark. Gathered by Motlop. Swings one way and the next. Breaks one tackle. Sends this high towards the goal square. It's through from behind. Ball to be brought back in by Redfern. He's got Perrott in the pocket. He's got Buhegger on his own. Kicks this long and wide. Good mark. He can play on. Looks to come inside, looking for Buchanan. He gathers back to Goonan. Can kick one over the top. It's spoiled. Gathered by Sussay. Dodges around one. Looks to go forward. It's a lucky mark by Shannon Butterfield, and then he finds Stevie Motlop on the league, and he marks this one. Similar position to the last one, Ben. He'll go back and have a shot from about 40 metres out. Late in this last term. Don't have to take his very best kick. Breeze seems to have picked up late in this last term, blowing from the southwesterly. Kick is on its way. It's going to land in the goal square. Players fly up and it's punched through for a behind. Redfern to bring it back in. Go long and wide to the scoreboard side. Sitting under is Dan Foley. Goes through his hands. Almost gathered by Jack Sussay. Diving on the ball is Coolman there. Gathered by Mitchell. Back to Burhop. On to Nate Hamlin. He kicks his high. Sitting under is Dan Madden. He can't mark. Grabbed by Conan. Goes wide to Matley. Chips one forward. Under it is Dan Foley. He marks. He plays on. Chips this forward, looking forward, Jake Underwood, but it's marked by Mitchell in defence. Chips this one short to Matley. He goes long and wide, finds Macaulay. Kicks this around the corner, looking for Josh Allen. He marks in front of Seb Hamlin. Swings around on his right. And he's fine. Dale right on the boundary line, 60 metres from goal. Swings around on his right, kicks long and low, looking for Buchanan. Goes over his head, race for the ball there by Joe Foley. Keeps it in front, gathers. Clearing kick out of defence, but it's into the arm of Lawson Bluehegger. And he'll take the mark. He's going to have to kick this about 45 metres from goal. As Joel Foley limps from the field with a left leg injury. Lions have the bye next week before they take on Wagga Tigers in that Anzac game. Lawson Buhegger to have a late shot on goal here for the Hoppers. Comes in on his approach. Kick is on its way. It looks good. And it's through for a goal. And I'd say that's his probably first goal in senior football. So that takes the Hoppers on to 15-9. To the Lions, 9-8. Almost 25 minutes gone in this last term. The Hoppers won the under-18s, won the reserves, and they're on their way to winning the senior game today. Dan Foley and Pumper back in the ruck. Dan Foley taps it down into the path of Glide as Hayden Sloyf wins possession there, wins a free kick. Centre of the ground. Goes wide, looking for Macaulay. A race for the ball there between him and Madden. Gathered by Madden. And he's he got one high, gets a free kick. Goes wide, looking for a Brafe gain, but just outside the reach of his hands, and it's over the sideline, out of bounds. As the siren goes to complete the game, and a 37-point victory here to the Hoppers in the Lions round 1. On the Lions reunion day, so the Hoppers, after having played Tigers last week, go into be top of the ladder with 2 wins. As I said, the Lions have the bye next week. They'll have to regroup, come up against a very strong Tiger side at Robertson Oval on Anzac Day. Good players for the Lions, were probably hard to find. No one tried harder than Aaron Proctor. Dan Foley in the ruck. Dan Madden tried hard in the first half till he went off in that 3rd term. For Coolman, probably their best player was Luke Redfern. Hayden Sloyf was in everything early. Continued on after half time. Had a lot of contributors there, the Hoppers. So thank you once again for your listeners today, and thank you very much for those that attended the game. We've had a good crowd, a good day, celebrating those 4 reunions. Unfortunately, the result was not there on the scoreboard in the 3 gates. The Lions will have to regroup and go again in 2 weeks. So thanks very much.